Yes, I just have a few questions. Number one is for National Security Advisor General June Esperon. Sir, does NTF-ELCAC stand by Lieutenant General Perlada's remarks calling senators stupid for approving the NTF-ELCAC or BDP budget and now threatening to defund it? Is that the proper language when referring to senators or anyone for that matter? Maybe just know your stance on this.
I think the statement is not entirely correct. He did not call the senators stupid, but he said if they will defund the Barangay Development Program or the NTF-ELCAC, then that is stupid.
So do you
If they will defund.
So do you agree with that? Is that the proper statement from the NTF-ELCAC spokesman?
It is not the best statement, but defunding it might be unreasonable. Could be very unreasonable.
Okay, not the proper statement. So are you correcting it? Or are you saying that you're like backtracking from that remark?
No, we're not backtracking from it. It's already said and done. And so we're just saying, and in fact, as it turns out now, there is now an outpouring of support that the Barangay Development Fund should not be defunded. And in fact, they now know that the NTF-ELCAC is not holding any funds. So how can you defund the National Democratic Front, who is just orchestrating the program for the development of these conflicted barangays for so long, They have been asking for this. And in fact, we have already released about 65% of the funds, which to us is a mark of efficiency and good governance. It's not fishy at all that we have released the funds for the projects that have to be accomplished this year.
Okay. And then General June, you said before you would undertake a legal review of the position of Lieutenant General Perlade if he can serve as NTF-ELCAC spokesman, but while being an active duty general. Sir, what are the results of this review?
We have to keep it to ourselves first because I'm discussing this with concerned agencies and the senators themselves. They have their position. We have also stated our position that indeed there is a provision in Article 16, Paragraph 5, that no military or members of the armed forces in small letters may be designated to civilian positions. These civilian positions have been defined by executive order, by an executive order 371 issued by President Corazon Aquino. That says that the civilian positions are as defined by the Civil Service Commission, plantilla positions. The position of the spokesperson is not a plantilla position. Number two, it is not a civil executive CESO position, and it is not a CESO position, and therefore it is allowed. Task forces are allowed to be formed. General Perlade is not receiving any pay and allowances for this extra job, and he is not occupying a plantilla position. That is that is of course under open discussion, and so that's the update that we can give you now. Can we go to the other question? Can we go to the other question? How many follow-ups are we giving them?
One question and one follow-up, Secretary. So
Thank you.
If it's okay with Pia,
That's enough.
I'll call on the next reporter. Let's recognize Chino Gaston.
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
thank you.
Yung
Chino.
question ko would be, item
Yes, Chino, go ahead.
yes, sir.
I think there's a
Correct.
technical problem.
If I'm wrong, but pouring through the documents of yung budget for NTF-ELCAC. Yeah, sir, we saw that. Sir, hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Go ahead.
Alright,
sir,
go
sir.
ahead, Gino.
Sir, yung my question would be about yung budget ng NTF-ELCAC. I noticed that their NCR, along with the projects ng BDP, seems to have a budget of around, correct me if I'm wrong, around 11 million from 2016 to 2020. So it means NCR, to my mind, has an anti-insurgency project na, well, identified or facilitated by the task force. What specific anti-insurgency project does this address within NCR? And may communist-influenced barangays by an NCR that needs the attention of the task force? Ilang barangay ito kung meron man at yung current and previously influenced, if any?
It does not pertain, Chino, to barangays. It does not pertain to any barangays that we have to clear in Metro Manila. No barangay in Metro Manila is classified to be under the influence of the communist terrorist groups. The 11
Alright.
million must be referring to funds that can be used for what we call urban operations. We know that Metro Manila is the center of operations of the CPP-NPA-NDF. They have forces here, and therefore we need funds to take care of them. You are talking about 11 million. I wish that that amount would be higher.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay. Sir,
the agencies have their own funds to take care of that.
But so this is specifically mga anti-sparrow, mga ganun ba? Parang counterintelligence measures. Yeah, let's, without delving into yung details na magpo-compromise ng operations, but ano yung nature nito, sir? Counterintelligence?
Primarily for information drives, primarily for campaigns to inform the public about the nature of the CPP-NPA. Partly intelligence operations against partisan operations. But I must admit that there are more than that, since Metro Manila is actually the center, remains to be the center, the hub of the CPP-NPA-NDF operations.
Okay. Sir, last na lang, related lang din dito, sir. Does this mean does the operation center on, hindi naman yung buong barangay influence, but may mga identified tayong, let's say, places where, let's say, mga militant groups natin get their, let's say, mga people to, or yung mga members nila where they get yung para mag-rally, or yung in certain parts of Montalban, may mga communities na strongly identified with the list.
Part of that, in fact, around the vicinity in NCR itself, or around the vicinity of NCR, this is where we captured several members of the Central Committee of the CPP-NPA. And that is not covered anymore by the 11 million. It probably, the funding for that would be probably more in terms of intelligence work. In Metro Manila, we have what we call the Manila Rizal Regional Party Committee. And that is one of the top regional party committees. And we have actually captured successively the two secretaries of the Manila Rizal Regional Party Committee. Indeed, we have a lot of operations in Metro Manila. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.